what's going on, guys? Hopefully everybody's having a good day or a good night. I just finished recording and playing some Titanfall 2, so I thought I would just relax a little bit, turn on my phone, and play some Titanfall Assault and share the experience with you guys for episode 2. If you haven't seen episode 1 yet, make sure you go check that out. This will be a series for as long as I can make it a series. We're having some fun with it. As long as we're enjoying the game, I'm going to continue to record it and just play it, and hopefully you guys enjoy it as well. Now, last episode, I showed you guys my current deck. It's not perfect. So far, I'm happy with it, but I know I can make a lot of modifications to make it better. So I'm going to continue to use that deck in the future, but I wanted to change it up for the second episode. A lot of you guys gave me suggestions, and by the way, thank you for that. I appreciate it. Some of you like really went in depth on some tips, so I definitely learned from that. I'm going to try my best to portray that in these future videos, the things that you guys tell me. If I think it's worth mentioning, I will definitely mention it to everybody else or use your strategies, basically. So that's exactly what this whole new deck is all about. Somebody that you guys might know. He's known very well in the competitive community for Titanfall 2. He goes by the name Unknown Soldier, has been playing this game a crap ton. He's addicted to it like I am, and he gave me a nice suggestion for a deck, and that's what we are showing off today, basically. So before today, my normal strategy, I'd say, is pretty basic. As soon as I got enough supply, I would just throw down any of these cards wherever I think they should go and just hope for the best. Now, the only bad thing about my strong Titans is that they cost 7 supplies. So even though they are very powerful, once you throw them down, sometimes it takes a lot of time to save up that supply. And in the long run, if you're playing against someone that knows what they're doing, that might screw you over because they have all their cards out and you're just waiting there. You're like, come on, give me that 7 supply so I could throw out this Core Scourge, come on. And by that point, he's capturing all 3 of your points or destroying your turret. You know what I mean? So what we're going to try today with Unknown's build is to bring down our average supply just a little bit and see how that goes. Now, I haven't tested this out yet. I see the merit in the strategy, though. I could have more cards out that might give me more opportunity to be aggressive, more offensive. So we're going to try this out today, see how it goes. If it ends up being 100 times better than what I've been doing, then I will definitely say he's the best and I will switch over to that strategy. But I have a feeling I'm going to start to miss some of the things in my deck. So maybe in the end, we'll just see what works, see what doesn't work for me, and we'll modify some things so that it feels like my deck instead of just Unknowns, you know? But today, let's just test out what he's given me. On the bright side, this deck is not completely different from what I already had. We have used the Boomer in the past. I know what this card does. I know how powerful it can be. It's a legendary card. He has that shield. Now, the Spectre Captain is something I've had for a few days, but I haven't really used him efficiently. On a capture of a hard point, he deploys a pair of Spectres for backup. The last time I remember using this card, I think I kind of just rushed him out there. I wasn't able to utilize those extra Spectres that he can potentially drop. He just died too fast. I kind of just wrote him off, swapped him out for a different card, but today's different. We actually have some strategy to go along with the Spectre Captain, and we'll go over that in a minute. Next up, we have the HOLO Grenadier, which was also in my deck last night. Deploys a HOLO decoy to cause a distraction while bombarding the enemy with grenades. Again, I think this card is effective, but I don't know if it's good compared to my other choices. So if you guys think this card is worth keeping on my team, please let me know. If I should get rid of it, also let me know that. But so far, so good. I guess he's pretty good. And we're bringing back the Shield Grunts. These guys are my homies. They're the epic card. I've had them in every deck since I unlocked them. So I guess I trust them. I don't really know. They don't do that much damage, but they haven't done me any harm. They have those shields and they seem to stay on the field long enough to do what they need to do, and that's important. Now, the Missile is a card I have never tried. I've leveled it up every time I got the chance, just in case I use it in the future, but I have never used this card. From day one, I just wrote it off. I thought it was just a crappy card. Oh, it's a common. I don't need that card in my deck. I'm stronger than that. It only costs 2 supply to use. Screw that. So I've never given this card a chance. I apologize, but I'm trusting Unknown today. We're going to use it. Now, the Sentry I know all about. I think these Sentries are definitely worth having. Today, we're using both of them, the regular Sentry and the Arc Sentry. I think they're going to do a lot of damage for me on the B hard point. At least that's where I tend to use them. If you guys have different suggestions, like maybe I should place them at the home base or closer to the enemy's base, so far I just always place them on B. I don't know if that's a bad decision or not, but that's what we're going to do today. If you guys want to yell at me, feel free. Finally, we've reached the Titans. In Titanfall Assault, I know nothing about the Striders, but that is what this deck is all about. We have the Smoke Strider. Arrival at its rally point activates a damaging electric smoke dispersal unit. Rally point effect. So I guess it just drops smoke as soon as you drop it, but I don't know how good it is compared to this regular Strider. It looks like they have the least amount of health out of all the Titans, but they're faster, and they do some pretty damn good damage. 198 DPS. So I guess they're kind of like Ronin in Titanfall 2. They do a lot of damage up close. They're fast, but they have the least amount of health. So even though they're easy to kill, or easier to kill than the other Titans, maybe they do more damage if they get into their desired range. That's what I'm assuming. Like I said, I haven't used these Striders yet. I've had experience with the Atlases, the Ogres, the core Titans like Ion and Scorch, but I know nothing about these Striders, and I'm assuming that the reserve Striders are kind of crappy, because since they only cost 2 supply. They have 1500 health at the moment, 77 DPS, 38 DPS, able to be deployed more cheaply than is normal for the chassis. So are these reserve Striders or reserve Titans any good? Because even though they're Titans, they're so cheap and they have such little amount of health. We're just going to have to play. Let's just test it out. So the strategy with this deck, basically, or at least what Unknown has told me, is all about the first 3 pilots. And not just Unknown, but a few of you have given me the same suggestion in the comments for episode 1. And that's basically the first fight is crucial. The first fight is very important, so that's what you want to focus on winning. Now, that's not to say that if you win the first fight on getting A and B that you're going to win the game, but I understand what they're saying. If you get that initial boost, you have a nice advantage to just fall back on, or to lean on, or to rely on, just because you have that extra score in the beginning. So we're trying to win that first fight. We're trying to secure A and B as soon as possible. Now, the servers have been kind of crazy tonight. I think a lot of people are playing Titanfall Assault at the moment, which is a good thing for Respawn, but right now the servers are just like, stop it! What's happening? So just in case, I'm going to cut to the actual game once we get match made with somebody and we don't get DC'd. Alright boys, we actually made it. It took us like 10 minutes of trying to matchmake, but we finally got into a game. I actually think this is the first time I'm playing on training grounds, at least against a real player, because in the first episode we played on Crash Site, which was pretty cool, but I do like training grounds a lot because I can see the entire map on one screen. I don't have to scroll around too much, it's all right there. So right now we're going to focus on taking C. That is the goal. We want to make sure that we have a nice, strong squad so that when we actually fight them at B, we secure that win. So even though he's stacking his cards on B right now, I think we're going to win this fight just because of the strategy we're using. It looks like one of his guys is going to A. They're going to get A for now, but I think in the long run we're going to win this fight. So we have that boomer. We threw out that boomer first, and then we threw out the captain. We actually made sure that the captain captured something so that he could throw out those specters, which is very important. I think in the past I always threw out the captain cards just kind of willy-nilly and just said, I hope they capture something so I can get these extra units out there. But now we're making sure that those extra specters are out there in the field, and so far so good. Unknown also told me to make sure I use my HOLO Grenadier card in combination with my other cards so that he can cause the main distraction with his holos and that my other cards can do most of the damage. And that actually is very smart. In the past, I just threw out the holo card wherever and just hoped that it worked, and he made a distraction and was able to do some damage, but now he's causing a distraction for everyone, and I really get to take advantage of it. And I mean, you guys can see it right now. It's 38 to 11. We have map control, and now all I need to do is respond to every one of his actions. He has this boomer here, hit him with a missile. Yeah, I think this win is already in the bag. I don't want to call it too early, but we have a nice advantage here. Now, every single time he's waiting, he's looking down at his cards, he's waiting for enough supplies to throw down at one card, and I already have all this control. So I'm just going to keep throwing down Titans. The Strider should... Okay, he's bringing somebody to see. What do I have for him next? Should I put a pilot on there? I might have another... I could put the boomer here. I'm not sure if the boomer can 1v1 him. I don't even know what kind of unit that is on C. But the boomer does a crazy ton of damage. Let's watch this. That one rocket almost one-shot his unit. I don't know what just happened to my audio. We have some shield grunts as well. I'll throw them down on C. We just got the extra supply because the 2 minutes passed. We lost the fight at A. Let me throw down another Strider at B. We should win this fight here, even though he has an arc cannon. I'm scared of that arc cannon. We'll make sure to get A back. I have one Titan at their base damaging stuff. Alright, he has some stuff at C. Let's throw down this turret. This turret should help me a lot. It's just like an overwhelming force. Like, he's probably looking at his screen right now thinking Iniquity has a lot to deal with at the moment, and that's what we want. We want our enemy to feel overwhelmed so that he kind of panics and just throws down his cards without really thinking. And we have an answer for every single thing he's throwing down. He's throwing some stuff down on C, but my grunts are there with their shields. It looks like his Titan, I'm not even sure what Titan that is at A, but it looks like he's about to destroy my grunts there. But we have a Titan. We have 2 Titans here at B ready to destroy him. He's throwing something at C. I don't know what that is. Let's see what this reserve Strider does. Okay, never mind. We just got 100 points. We never got to actually test out the reserve Strider, pay too much attention to it. I'll do that next round. We definitely got to play another game. So far, so good. That strategy works. I think winning that fight, winning that initial fight in the very beginning, made us win the entire game. And it came down to that original strategy where we had a really strong squad for that fight on B. And by the time we won that fight, he was just praying for more supplies, and then as soon as he was able to drop something, we had a response for it, just because we had that original map control. Map control is so important in Titanfall, regardless of what it is. Titanfall Assault, Titanfall 2, Titanfall 1. Once you get that map control, once you establish it, it's so hard to break unless you really dig deep and think about what you need to do to counter it. I'm trying to think right now what he could have done to play that better. The only thing I can think of is maybe he could have waited for my Titans to advance down the map and go towards his turret, and then start dropping his units on A or B or C to start getting some more points. But instead, he just kept throwing down one card at a time on a point where I had like 1 or 2 Titans or some shielded grunts, so he just got wrecked immediately. You know what I mean? Like, I think that's tough, man. In this game, once you start losing, it's not easy to come back unless you play it perfectly. So that's something I need to get better at as well. But let's play another game. I definitely want to level up. We're getting really close. We have 1045. We need 1200 to get level 8. We have 1300 trophies. I think we need 1400 to hit silver 1. So we're making some progress, boys. So far, Unknown, I am enjoying this. I appreciate the suggestion for the cards. This deck feels really good at the moment. I think as long as you win that first fight, this deck is going to prove to be really strong. I'm worried about that match though, where I lose that initial fight and then I'm just kind of panicked, like, what do I do now, Unknown? You didn't tell me this much. So I'm praying that the initial fights on every single match goes my way. That's my worry. I don't want to lose. All right, we got Crash Site again. Let's see what happens. We're going against Floris. I couldn't tell what his rank was. It went by really fast. Doesn't matter the map, right? We just had the same thing. So let's try and take C. Let's make that our goal. Boomer first, and then the captain, and then we'll drop the holo pilot in front. We'll see what happens. It looks like he's putting somebody on B right now. We're gonna have this big squad. We're gonna have this big fight again. He has an arc boomer coming to us on C and something else. I don't know what the other guy is. That other guy is just ignoring everything. He has his own boomer. All my units just ignored that guy and he's taking C. I don't like that at all. We'll drop a missile on him. That barely did any damage with his shield, dude. That's not good. We have B open. It looks like we're going to have a big fight here at B, but nobody's here to contest the guy on C. That's not good. I don't know why everything just ignored him. You know what? I probably shouldn't have done that. I should have dropped those grunts on A, because he didn't even put anything on A. They would have been uncontested. Now I think his boomer is going to destroy those grunts I just placed down. Alright, this is not a good start, because he's about to keep C. He's going to take the lead little by little. I don't know where to throw this. We'll throw a missile on this guy. No, he's running away. Alright, we hit him for a little bit of damage, but I think because he got out of that initial blast, he didn't take as much damage as he should have. I don't know what to drop next. Something on C. We're going to get wrecked on B now. That's not good. This is not good, boys. Yeah, he's about to win this fight on B. I don't want to drop a turret. I'd rather drop an actual infantry unit to walk around. I could drop a turret, but I feel like it'll get destroyed really easily. Now I'm the guy that's waiting for his supply to come back, and he's just like, what do you got next? Hopefully we can take this on A. I don't know if he can win this fight. I think we should be alright, though. I'm putting 2 cards. Okay, we're losing every fight. Now he's going to take C back. This is not good, and he has an Arc Titan coming towards us. I'm going to drop something on C and just pray that this Titan ignores me. Yeah, I think that Titan's going straight from my turret, my mid-turret. Okay, we're going to get wrecked here as well. Never mind. That's not good. He has B. He's about to control C, but we have our guys that won on A. Okay, now we can maybe amount. Oh my god, that just saved my life. The supply just gave me all those points. Now I can drop a Titan back on B. Dude, that 2-minute warning just saved me, or at least it gave me some extra fight. I don't have to worry about that Titan anymore on my turret because the turrets should destroy it. We'll try and take C back. We definitely won that fight on B. We had a lot of guys on B there. He's got a nice lead, but we're coming back little by little because now we're going to take A. We have B. We're going to put another turret down, or another Titan, I mean. Okay, so I thought I was about to get destroyed, and now we're taking over little by little. We have A, B, and C. How the tables have turned, my friends. We're about to attack his turrets. I'm going to put some more stuff down on B. Should I put more turrets down? I might just wait. I'm going to wait for my supply to get up a little bit, and then we'll respond to what he has. This gunner is going to get wrecked. Now he's the one panicking. Dudes, I'm not going to lie. I thought I was going to lose this match. The beginning of that fight did not go so well, but now we have some nice map control. Yeah, this is ours. His turret is getting absolutely destroyed. I think we're going to win by points, though, instead of the turret getting destroyed. I have 3 sentries on B right now. I dare you to put something on B. Please put something over there. Alright, he's making a good decision. He put something on A. That's where I have nothing. The only good thing about this for him is that all my units went towards his sentry. Now they're getting wrecked. So now he's building up a little army on A, but I think it's too far gone because we have 90 points already. Yeah, so he has a nice army, and if the match was lasting like another few minutes, he might have a chance to come back. But this is over. We have 95 points. This is it. That was a nice little comeback, dude. I was kind of scared, I'm not gonna lie. That was awesome. That feels good. I'm glad I didn't panic too much. I decided to make some smarter decisions. We made one bad decision by putting our grunts on C, I believe, or A, when he already had a pilot there. And that was a bad decision. I should have put it on something that was uncontested. So I learned from that. I tried to do that in the future, and it worked out. That was a close game. Well, it wasn't close at the very end, but we were close to losing, is what I mean. That boomer. I don't know what happened in the beginning. When he threw down that boomer, all my units just ignored him and allowed him to take the point. Like, they didn't stop and fight him. I guess I don't really know everything about how everything works when it comes to aggro. They just ignored him and said, here, go take our home base. No problem. But in the end, we won. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure you drop me some suggestions or some tips. Let me know what decks are working for you. Unknown Soldier, I appreciate the help. I like your STRYDER deck, man. I don't know what you want to call it. We have to give it a name. I might make some changes for the next few matches, something that I missed from my first deck. But for now, everything's good. I like the way it works out. If you guys have another strong deck, make sure you let me know in the comments what it's about, or tweet me. Let me know how the strategy works behind it, and I will try to showcase it in the next few episodes. I love you guys. Thank you for watching the video. We're getting closer to Silver 1. We'll get there in the next episode, I promise. Make sure you drop a like for me. I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.